Welcome to the Internet Homies podcast, a podcast where homies who met on the internet get together and talk about life. I'm Sara.
I'm Kailey.
And I'm Desi. And on today's episode, to kind of fill in from the last episode that we did, we're going to give our opinions and thoughts on the new Warzone 2 Season 2 update. It's been out for about, 5 days now. So I feel like with us playing quite a bit, we could have some thoughts on it. So, Sara, why don't we start with you? What do you think about it so far?
Like the new map. It's a nice change to what we had as Rebirth Island. I at first, the first day, didn't like the fact that you had to go scrambling to find plates.
Yeah.
That was a bitch. I felt like we lost a lot because of it, because once they incorporated more plates, I feel like we got more wins.
Yeah.
So, overall, I like the experience. I like it, and I think I'm gonna start playing it a lot more than the regular. What is it? Al Mazrah map.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that they didn't put proximity chat on that map because I feel like it would be a shit show.
I think it would have been nearly impossible because proximity chat, if I'm correct, it reaches 50 meters?
Yeah.
And that map is not big enough for that. You would be hearing people, I think, constantly with how
So
much
I'm glad
action
you did do that.
action it has. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can kind of turn off my shit talking voice on that map and just kind of actually call people out. 'Cause that's playing all the other map. It's like when you hear proximity, sometimes you either get quiet and shit because you don't feel like you can talk because then they know where you are.
Yeah.
And on this map, I can just be like, he's in the fucking window. Shoot him in the fucking window.
The
And it's
comms, the comms
the
are way
comms can
better.
be this better. Yeah.
I like the proximity chat for the larger map for that reason specifically, where you have to because you can hear people, so it's okay, I know someone's around us because the map is so big. Sometimes you don't run into people for a while, so that's nice. But on the smaller map, it's not necessary. There's so much going on all the time, and you're almost more than likely gonna be running into multiple people every minute. So it's, I don't know, it's nicer.
I genuinely like the fact that you can communicate with your team actually and have words of action and plan without someone else hearing you.
True. I like that. I like that I feel like we do better call outs now.
Yeah.
On Saturday night, we were fucking smashing that shit.
What did we play
feel like
for a max an hour and a half when we had 3 wins?
We would have had more. It was so close. I feel like we did really well.
We did.
We had really good call outs. Just the positioning, the fact that we had already played it before, so we had better knowledge of where things are, where we can hide, kind of, and I feel like, is it just me or the way that you come back faster now?
Oh, you absolutely do, because if I'm correct, not only does killing enemies or looting bring it down, but I think breaking plates and stuff like that also helps the timer go down.
Oh,
so you're
really?
not having to
Okay.
wait. Yeah, so if you have a 50-second resurgence timer and your people aren't looting or killing anyone, you have to wait that entire time out. But looting, breaking plates, anything, I mean, I would have to look farther into it, but there's more than just those two things now that do help that go down, which is really nice.
Okay, because I feel like I'm coming back way faster than regular Rebirth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel and sometimes too, even if one of us kind of went off, I think in one of the games I ended up winning, I had gone off around the hill to try and get him from around the hill, but then you guys could see where he was because he was shooting me, which then helped you guys kill him. Because then I might not have necessarily been the one to kill him, but someone was able to, and then we won the game.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Lately,
it's
been
moves like that too. Sometimes that help as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Lately, I've been a very especially when it comes to resurgence maps, because you do get to come back for a good while. I just kind of want to push everything and just see because I've been trying to push myself into more gunfights, to try and get better with that, and fighting multiple people at once. So I do that. But it's nice with the resurgence because, especially when the timer goes down faster, it's like if I push a team, oops, I get to come back like faster than usual, which is nice.
And the fact that they fixed the whole like you don't have to stand right in front of the fucking buy station.
Oh my god, that was something that I talked about that last episode too. Where I was like, this is actually really fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's a lot of games that we would lose that we would have won because you can't buy back from the sides or behind of the machine. You have to be right in front of it, which literally anyone who plays the game can know then to only watch the front of the buy station. And that's like a surefire way for campers to just be like little bitches.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like we would have won the game if that wasn't in play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or the ability of having just a vest. Like we don't have to go looking for it. Just I don't know. I like it. Like you just pick up a plate and you plate up and you have 3 plates like you're full, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's that one game that we played and I think Desi and I each had like 9 kills or something, which was my PR for that. But it was like we were running together and there was a lot of guys that she was like, oh, he's up top, but I was a little further back, not like too far away from her, but I was like, I don't think he's on the top. And then he came down and he slid behind her and was shooting her, but I was able to kill him because of the angle I had. So it's like running 1-2 people sometimes too, even if you split up the team, has been really helpful with certain gunfights as well.
Like, I know that the resurgence maps are supposed to be like more action filled, which is fantastic because like for Al Mazrah, it's I mean I like I said I enjoy the map. I like it. It's like I think it's my favorite like BR map that we've had so far. But like bringing it back to like Rebirth, like there's just buildings and like there's always some place to like get cover. You know what I mean? Which is so nice. So they did the same thing with this one, which is fantastic. And I think the map is fantastic. It's great. I thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah, you get to drop in with a 3-plate vest now, so you don't have to scrounge up for that. They did fix the plating thing, which is really nice. The looting system, by the way.
Oh yeah. Way better.
Like I got used to the backpacks, but like this is just so much better, especially for a map like this in a resurgence mode where it's just you have to be like, you know, quick, like get shit and move.
It confused me at first when duffel bags, how you had to look through the duffel bags and I opened one up and the shit just like came flying out at me. I was like, what the fuck just came flying out at me? I was like, I'm trying to get here. And I looked at the ground. I'm like, oh, did this come from the duffel bag? So that was like a little interesting at first, but then you get the hang of it.
Yeah. What else? They buffed a few weapons. I mean,
the battle rage. You guys keep saying that I was screaming. I can't hear myself, so for me, like it was just whatever.
God. I don't know what change they made to that battle rage but
my God,
that's insane. The character using it loud as hell.
So
what do they say?
This bitch's character, I don't know. I think they said different things different times, but at one point, so we were playing this one game, and I was like, I swear to God, this bitch is having a mental breakdown. I was like, she loud as fuck. And then the second time it happened, Desi's actually right next to him, like, damn, you loud. So I was like, thank you. Someone finally heard what I was talking about. Like, this bitch is like screaming her fucking vocal cords out. I'm like, she's about to have no voice the next week, and it sounds like she's having a hard time. Like,
yeah. You were really struggling. Like your character was really struggling.
I was like, damn, bro.
But like, what is it? What was she saying?
She just, I think she yelled something along the lines of like, "I have honor," and like, but like you're loud. Like she screamed it, like her voice cracked. She was screaming so loud.
Like she was screaming so loud, or something like yeah, something like that. It was like a random phrase that it was just like her being like happy that of like whatever, but she's like sounding like she's like an angry mob of like a fucking like Dragon City some shit, and I'm just like, are you okay? Like I genuinely had to ask. I'm like, are you doing okay?
I thought she was like screaming like fucking she's like in a metal band or something.
No, it was like
maybe
it was like she was crying for help, but like also happy at the same time.
I think one of you guys has to pop one next to me one of these days so I can hear
I was like, you
gotta
hear what it sounds like, because it sounded like she was like literally like screaming for trouble, like she needed help, but she was also happy that she needed help at the same time.
Yeah.
So she was sadistic.
She was some like maniac, bro.
One of
Oh
the things that
God.
I found interesting that they did, so right now it's the event, the Path of Ronin. Um, so usually all of the event stuff gets released at the same time, so people can finish it in like a day. But
Yeah.
the way they did this event is it's 3 at a time. So it was 3 last week. They're gonna release 3 more this week and 3 more next week. So that way, I mean, I know they're dragging it on, but still, I think that was kind of cool that you're not finishing it, getting the crossbow, which I've heard is fantastic. And
Oh
like,
yeah, I got some shots with that crossbow.
it is on
Like,
it is on ground loot, so you get like a feel of it. But like, I think that is the final weapon that you get for finishing the event. Um, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool that they did that. They've never done that before, from what I can remember. They also didn't start your ranking over again. So whatever you like, I was at level 250. You kept that, and you just get to keep
mhm.
moving up. And like I said, they buffed a lot of weapons. Like the Fennec and the RPK are still killers. I'm sorry, but like I can see that they tuned it a little more.
Mhm.
Um, and
They're
then
good. The
yeah.
Fennec is fucking amazing on there. Every time I find one ground loot, I'm like, fuck it, I'm
hmm
taking this shit.
Oh yeah. They buffed the M4 too, which was nice. So it increased the semi-auto rate of fire. Um, I mean that one was one of the first guns from Warzone 2 that I think was like top, but then it got outshined
Mhm.
by
The
the other
RPK.
ones. So for the RPK, it said small reduction to ADS movement speed. So you're not, because when you had it before, you were able to like aim down sight mad fast. Like that's why it was such a good gun, because it's long. It is long range. Like it really is. Like if you can ping someone and just shoot at that. So they slowed down the ADS time, which is where your primary should come in handy. And then it said it reduced mid and long range damage, which I did kind of notice that. Like before, I was killing people in seconds from far away, and now it takes a little bit longer. Um, Reduced damage ranges, again, same thing, and small increase to ADS time. So they did like little tweaks to it, but I'm sorry, it's still I think that's still like the number one like gun in the game right now. And then the
Yeah.
Fennec. Go
I mean,
ahead.
I was gonna pick up a gun and go with it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just gotta go with it and just wish for the best. And also some people's like when you kill somebody, you need to pick up like one of their like loadouts. They have
Mm-hmm.
like the wankest loadout I've ever seen in my entire life.
Uh-huh.
Like, who needs a holographic scope on a fucking Fennec? Like, are
Dude,
you
oh my
good?
god, I hate those freaking
Like,
scopes.
like you're
Jesus.
weird, bro.
Or like for the Fennec, they said that they buffed that too. It just says decreased damage overall, decreased headshot damage, and added minimum damage against armor. Like there's not like a huge change that they made to it.
I will say that I was looking at some Twitter stuff and people were saying that the notification that pops up when you break armor was
Yeah.
really
Oh.
annoying.
Oh yeah. That's one of them.
But I did also see someone also say too that it was meant to help people who like can't hear, or like
Mm-hmm.
it was to help people with uh disability in that way to be able to see like what's going on.
Yeah.
So in that aspect I think it's kind of cool, but I will also say that I agreed with the fact that it's annoying for people who aren't that way. So I was seeing of like having that where you can turn it on or off to have
Yeah.
like those kind of notifications, which I think would honestly be the best of both worlds.
Because there was times when we were in gunfights and I'm shooting farther away and that pops up, so I think I downed somebody,
Then I
but
stopped
I
shooting.
didn't.
That's definitely
Yeah.
happened to me quite a couple times. Of I was
Yeah.
literally like aimed on this person, shooting them constantly, and then I get this notification pops up, and I'm like, "All right, they're down," and then they like shoot me back and kill me. I'm like, "That's not possible." I'm like, "You're downed," you know what I mean? So it's kind of confusing in that sense. So I hope that they eventually make that so you can turn it on and off.
Mhm. It's very confusing. I feel
Yeah,
like some people got me that way.
exactly. That shouldn't have, but I do like it for the fact of being more inclusive. But then they should be able to put it on, and I should be able to turn it off.
Like the same way they
Mhm.
have like the colorblind option or
Exactly.
Mhm.
subtitles, like things like that. Yeah.
Right.
Um, some
I
other.
would say the one thing that really annoyed me though
Mhm.
was when you res somebody, you were stuck. that pissed me off to no
Oh
fucking end. The
yeah.
fact that I could res somebody and then someone else, like, and I just die by storm. In what fucking world is that helpful? Where it's like you
Yeah, I
guys are
got
then like
stuck.
moving on away from the storm, and I'm stuck getting killed by the storm. Like I can be there helping them with a gunfight, but instead I'm fucking stuck. I can't move. I can't drop anything. Like I
Yeah.
can literally do absolutely fucking nothing, and that literally pissed me off to no end because you either lose some games because of it, or like I
Mm-hmm.
died again because of it, and it happened to me more than
Right.
a couple times, which is then what got really annoying. And the
And
fact
then
that I
it messes
saw
with
on
your KD.
well, yeah, and then also the fact that I saw on Twitter that they fixed it, and then the next fucking game I play, I get it again. I'm like, they didn't fucking fix this. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I was so pissed. I was like, don't tell me you fixed it. You didn't fix it. That's like one surefire way to literally piss me the fuck off.
I know it's like not maybe like something that would make sense, but something cool that they could do would be like as soon as you res someone, your speed. Like, you know how in Warzone 1 when you would take the adrenaline shots and you would speed up for just a split second?
Yeah.
Something cool that they
Yeah.
could do is as soon as you're done resing someone or as soon as you get resed, your speed increases for just a moment just to give you that option of like getting out of that situation. Because like after
Right.
first circle, no matter what map you're on, that the gas is like insanely fast. So if you're
Yeah.
stuck in it, you're done. Like that's
Yeah.
it. There's no escaping it.
Yep.
So or buffing the freaking stims again to be able
Yeah,
to
they don't
do that.
I
This
mean, they help you, but they don't make you fast. And they
no.
used to make you fast.
That was a nice thing about that, like in intense gunfights too, was being able to
Right.
stim and like speed up a little bit to be able to get yourself in a better position.
But see, people abuse that.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
can understand
Yeah.
their point of view. They don't want another Warzone one. They
Well, see,
want
Not
here's
its
even
own thing.
yeah, not even
You
stims
I
know?
have
then, just like let the character itself speed up for like literally I think it was like a second was literally what it was. Like you just sped up for like just a split amount of time just to give people like at least first storm, like just that option to get out cuz there have been times when all four of us have died by gas because we get stuck in it, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And it or like
Oh, I remember that.
slow down the gas. What is the point of the
Well,
first one having to be
see,
so fast? I don't understand.
here's the other thing. I think this is where Fortnite kind of outshines Warzone in that is they have that sprint option, but it obviously has a cooldown. So you can use sprint for a certain amount of time, and then you have to walk and get work that sprint back up, and then you can sprint again. And it has helped get out of storms and things like that. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying for Warzone to obviously copy that, but I think that there can be something that they do
Yeah.
that,
Mhm.
it's not involving Sims or anything that can be abused. It's more of like something like that where if you do like I don't know, let's say you walk 100 meters or something, then you get like a 3-second sprint or some shit like that.
Mhm. Like
And then you have to complete the task and you can't use it and abuse it
yeah. Yeah.
or other means.
Something would be nice. I know they'll never do that. It's been the same way for since 2020. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying like something would be nice. Yeah, better preparation and not getting yourself stuck in that situation is probably the number one way to avoid that, but still.
Sometimes
Um
Mhm.
situations happen where you can't do that though too.
Yeah. Um. So I did see. So I actually haven't played Al Mazrah since the new season came out,
I
which
haven't either.
I really kind of want to just to see where how these things take place on that map. Um. So they made some audio adjustments. This has nothing to do with Ashika Island because there's no prox chat. But it says proximity chat now fades out more effectively over distance, and then it improved. So I mean, which was nice because there was just like a cutoff. You know what I mean? It was like it just came
Right.
on really fast or it just ended. Now it's like it fades in and fades out more like naturally, um, which I think is cool. And then something they also changed was I don't know if you noticed, but there's no more sound effect. Like you know how when another team was rezzing someone, you could hear it.
Right.
They don't have that anymore. They took that out, so now you don't know when the other team is rezzing someone.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can
I
hear
well,
it.
because I
You
heard
can
that in the
hear it
rebirth math.
yourself.
I
Yeah,
didn't
You
know.
can yeah, I can hear it in the rebirth math. I've definitely heard it for sure.
yeah, but I don't know. So that's what I said. I don't know if it's over both or if it's just the other one. But they did take that out. That you cannot hear opposing teams rezzing
It
each
must have
other.
only been in the Al Mazrah
In
app
the big
because
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I can still hear Rebirth. I literally heard it the other day in
Yeah.
Resurgence, which is why I knew that we could push somebody because they were getting rezzed.
Yeah. They also said that they changed the sound effect for reloading underwater. It's more prominent now, so that because if you're in the water, some places are so dark you can't really see
Can't see anybody.
like your gun.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they upped the sound effect for reloading underwater, so you could like make sure that you actually did.
The one thing that I really want to see them like fix too is the footsteps still, because
Yeah.
in Resurgence too, my teammates' footsteps, like I've had Sarah or Desi, whoever we're playing with, walk behind me, and it sounds like a fucking like big ass giant is walking behind me, and I whip
Uh-huh.
around. I'm like, who the fuck is behind me? And it's just them, and I'm like, well, that kind of like doesn't help with like gameplay and things, and it kind of takes away and gives someone an easier shot. Because if I hear that with my teammates and I whip around, but then someone can shoot me from behind, that's like kind of fucked up. I mean, that'd be better for everybody too,
Yeah.
like not just us, but enemies as well. To lower again footsteps of teammates, but keep that at the footsteps of the enemies. Because if I turn around and I hear those, I want to like shoot an enemy, right?
Mhm.
If they're
Mhm.
getting that close and they're trying to finish move me, that shit always sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn around and see fucking Desi Maybe's name behind me. Like,
Yeah. Um
I hope they fix that.
yeah, that would be nice. Something else they fixed with audio, which I did notice, is the pings are more prominent now, and you can actually hear it for the most part, unless like you're in the plane or something. For the most part, you can hear the pings louder than they were, and they're way more visible now. Um, like automatically visible. Like you don't have to change your colors or anything. So like whatever color, like before, no matter what color you were, green, pink, yellow, blue, your ping was like that just brown color, like automatically, unless you changed it. But now the ping is the
Yeah.
same color as your character, which is nice. It's
Right.
easier to locate it.
And I'll say too, like we're in the plane or something, and you're like, "Where are we dropping?" Like, ping. They're like, "Well, bitch, where?"
Yeah.
Like, you can't. Like, you have to look
Yeah.
around and find it. I'm like, "Where's this ping?"
hmm
You know, so that's definitely better too.
Um, but let me see. I'm just trying to see any other things. Oh, they
Also,
did.
they brought out ranked.
Yes, ranked. Which I listen. Still getting used to it, but I do think that it's a really, really good option for people that want something to grind for. Because there are people that only have Modern Warfare 4 multiplayer. Like that's like a thing that some people would choose over that. Ranked, I think, is a really, really, really good option for people to have something to grind for. I know that I kind of enjoy it, so I will be playing it more. But like, and then I heard that it's actually been confirmed that for season 3 they're bringing ranked to Warzone. Like that's confirmed.
Oh shit,
So,
that's gonna
Do
be
you want to tell us
intense.
about your ranked experience with your username real quick?
oh yeah, dude. So we were in a match and we were like kicking ass, and I don't know if I pissed someone off because I like killed an entire team like at the end or whatever. But someone reported me for my name being offensive. So right now I have this like warning on my account that say I have to change my name because it's
This
offensive.
bitch.
So I'm not. If I get banned, if like my account gets banned, I'll fight it. But like I just like dude, like there should be like some sort of warning. Like it literally just popped up. Like your name was reported as offensive. You have to change your name. There was not like any like oh we're just letting you know. Like if this happens again or something like then it'll become a problem. But I've never been from what I could tell because sometimes you report it doesn't like give you any notification. I've never been reported like that before and had like an actual thing like come to me and they like you have to change this because someone else didn't like it.
So leave it in the
Like
comments down below. Is Desi's username offensive or not? Right answers only.
I just think that it's so stupid that I just got like it was just like automatic. You have to do it. You have to change it. There was no like warning or anything like that. And like and when I went to go change it, Activision wasn't letting me verify and change my account. Like they're not sending me my the code through my email to like verify my account. So I'm like kind of stuck. I'm like I don't know what to do about it.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna be have
Yeah.
the next username reported. Pandas aren't magnetic, you dumb bitch. Change the username.
Oh, the fact that Panda's name gets so like
Oh my god.
misconstrued. They call her magical. They
So
call her
annoying.
fucking
I've been called
magnificent. What?
Magenta Panda, Magic. I've
Magnificent.
gotten
Majestic.
Magenta. Yeah, magenta is probably the most common one. Magenta panda. I was like, are you stupid?
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
realistically, I know it's mean, but I'm like, magenta panda. I was going. I was like, are you actually dumb?
Yeah. They
Like,
had. What did they add? They added infected, gun game, grind is a thing. Hardcore's back, which is nice. And then it says that they added a few more maps. So the dome has been added. Museum is there. The Zaya Observatory, is back, and then Al Malik International, the airport, is one of the maps now. So
Mm.
I haven't gotten to play those yet, but I mean that's cool. They're, you know, updating and changing things all around. And then yeah, competitive. It's a 4v4. If you win, you gain points. If you lose, you get points taken away. It's like, I don't know. I just kind of like that. Like it's something to like work towards.
Look forward
You know
to.
what I mean?
Yeah.
As like, and I will say that getting wins on ranked is way more satisfying than getting like a win on a regular multiplayer game.
Right.
I liked watching it and not being involved in it.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. I could tell that the person we were playing with was getting frustrated, but like it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, I was like,
It's okay.
I do like though that it, like we were talking about earlier, like our rebirth wins and stuff, and I feel like it has gone to the point more now too, where it's like if you have good comms and you have good gameplay, like you're gonna get a win sort of thing, and it seems to be like a lot easier to, if you work together to do that sort of thing in rebirth than it was in the big
Mhm.
Warzone map.
Yeah. I do know that the Gulag did not change like the map itself, but it is a 1v1 now. For regular battle royale.
Yeah, I love I don't have to do that
Which
in
is
rebirth.
nice.
That's great.
And then yeah, I mean just the resurgence. I think that's pretty much like the main things that they've updated.
Yeah, and it's definitely nice to like see that those changes are happening. But while that is true, and it is still like a new map, though, there are definitely some other things that like need to get fixed and changed for sure.
Yeah. They did add some things too, which I did notice. So for the, I don't know if it's just for this event or if it's like a general thing that they're keeping, but it's the new score events. How you gain more, like how your score goes up while you're playing. So if you get headshots, I don't know if you notice, but like something will pop up. Or the new thing that I noticed is on the move. Like that pops up on the screen all the time and you
Yeah,
gain more
I've seen that
XP for
one.
that. Here it
Oh,
says
yeah.
if you move more than 25 meters while your teammate is dead. Like I don't understand it, but like there's new things that are like
Yeah,
popping up.
that's why you can come back faster too.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
armor breaks, breaking plates, so you don't have to fully down or kill someone for the timer to go down. Armor break, that's the one that pops up letting you know. Um, elimination, if you get an elimination while another squad member is down, your dead teammate
oh
can
my
come back way
gosh.
faster. And then fearless elimination, you get an elimination while being the last living member of your squad. That like takes the time down like insanely. So like there's a bunch of things that they added here. Hunter spree, you eliminate more than 3 players while they're being tracked by the hunt mechanic. Like, you know, AI elimination, that doesn't really count for that one. Yeah, which I mean, it's nice that they did that. Like, there's more ways than just killing someone else. Like, if I am the last one alive, the last thing I'm gonna try and do is get into a gunfight. You know what I mean? But if I can fight long range and still have options for you guys to come back faster, like that's cool, you know. Something else they added is a counter UAV, which is
True.
It's okay. I mean, it really only works if someone calls a UAV. But like I've seen people just pop them just because, like it doesn't do anything. Let's see.
I wish it was really funny with the person that we were playing with who didn't know what a counter UAV did, and she's like, "Why is my map all wonky?" Like, I was like, "It's a counter UAV," but it was just like so funny. Oh, the other thing that kind of annoys me too, I don't know if you guys have like noticed this, but like those like sea treasure coins or whatever,
Yeah.
And you can use them in like a vending machine. I've seen a vending machine once.
They're in the gas stations. They're like very sprawled out. It's
I've
kind of
seen
nice.
one literally once.
I think it bases it off what you need. Like if you don't have any plates reserved, I've noticed that plates will pop out of it. Or if your ammo reserve is low, I've noticed that ammo will pop out of it. So if you can get to them, like it's, it can be helpful. I've found those little things are everywhere. Those treasure coins or whatever they are.
The treasure coins are everywhere, but the machines are not.
Yeah.
Which is
probably for
like I said, I've literally seen just like a machine once and I get it. But I wonder if there's like something they could do where it's like, you know how like for the ammo reserve that has like the bullets and other things like that, if they have like a notification of like, here's where you can find a machine here. And I think too, that would also help for people who want to be in gunfights, because I'm assuming gunfights would happen there too.
Oh yeah, of course.
You run into another team, that would be another fun aspect too.
Yeah. And then things like the cash economy changed. So now you're not getting as much cash out of like loot boxes. Or like I think maybe they upped it. So ground loot, ground cash, you can find like 500 stacks. Registers 500, basic supply boxes are 500, and legendary are 800. Because I know that in Al-Mazrah it was like really difficult to find cash in certain areas of the map, and so they've changed that a little bit to make it easier. And then yeah, the 3-plate vest, that's been like a huge relief of not having to search for that. I can't remember. In Warzone 1, were you able to buy armor vests in the buy stations?
Yes.
You were. So in this, the way that it was before, when you dropped in with a 2-plate, you should have had the option to buy armor vests. Not at every buy station, that would be obviously, but like if you got to one, like have that option to buy them, would have been really nice. But they changed that, which is great. You deploy from the gulag with 3 full plates. Resurgence deployments, you only have 2, but that's fine because you can just plate up when you find them.
The only difference that I'm gonna say here is that in Warzone 1, when you bought the plates, it was a pack of 5.
Yeah.
Here, it's literally 1 by 1.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that bothers me.
It's
because it keeps me longer at the buy station. I could have just easily clicked, bought it, and moved on. But no, I have to like keep clicking to like,
Oh yeah. Also, something about the cash. I've noticed that in the Resurgence map, the cash is freaking ridiculous. I'm walking around with a fat stack of 25k versus in Al-Mazrah. Again, I haven't played it since the new season came out. You can't find cash to save your fucking life, to like buy your teammates back. Yeah, I'm finding cash everywhere in this map. Like, make that make sense. I don't get it. Like, the buy station prices too went down for quite a bit of things, which is nice, and it's based off of squad size now. So like, I think this is for loadouts. Like for solos, it's 8,000. Duos, it's 12. Trios, 16. Quads is 20. Which is, it's nicer. I think in quads for Al-Mazrah, it was like 32,000 or something.
Yeah.
So it like helps, because the way that they have the loadout set up, it's like, at least on that map, it's one loadout for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So having the option, yeah, it's a little pricier than we were used to in the Warzone 1, but like this still gives you the option, you know what I mean, to like, I don't know, get that faster. They also kept the gun prices the same at 2,500, which is nice, especially on this map. You're finding cash all over the place, so you and your whole team can get every gun and whatever you need. And
I mean, I hope they don't change that.
No, I don't.
Leave the cash.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I'm just saying, like, it didn't make sense, like the crossover from Al-Mazrah to this one. It just like, you'd think that it would be opposite. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. And then I just saw, something they added, spawn protection. Was a big thing. I think it's between 64 and 19 meters above the ground. You're spawn protected. So if people on the ground are shooting you, there's no damage taken. As soon as you hit that 19 meters, that's when you can start seeing that you're taking plates off. It is nice that you're not getting shot out of the sky, which is one of the most annoying things ever. But being the person,
speaking from experience,
being the person on the ground, it's Like I do think it was a cool thing that they added, you know? Like I don't know if you
Right.
remember from Rebirth, you would come
You
in
get
and an
sniped out.
entire
Yeah.
team would take you out like as soon as you flew back in. Like it was crazy. So I do think that was a cool thing they added. I didn't see that in their like notes before the update went live, so that's kind of a fun thing that they added. And then a bunch of the other things on this list is for DMZ, which I honestly do not care about. I
I don't either.
don't play DMZ. But for those who do, you can check the patch notes from Call of Duty. A lot of things were changed for that as well. But overall, I like it. I do enjoy the map. I think that the pace of it is great. Compared to Al Mazrah, it's a lot slower. Then again, I haven't played it since the season came out. It was slow because of the plating, and like you weren't able to like
Looting and
yeah, it was
the
a lot
two people
slower.
gulag. Oh my god.
So that's
I'm
that
excited
is
to keep
nice.
playing it and to get more dubs and just kind of playing out the season for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Hearing Sarah's character raised more is also on the hide in my bucket list. Kind of funny.
Oh yeah. One more thing I wanted to mention. They did add the play again button, which is something that we wanted them to do. However, it's a hit or miss. It's like playing a game of Russian roulette. It'll make your game freeze, like crash, like you get stuck on the loading screen. So going back to the main menu and starting up from there is like honestly the fastest way to get into a map. So I'm hoping that with I think it's like mid season 2 like update they'll fix that part of it. But I'm glad that they added it, but like it's kind of counterproductive because
right.
it freezes, you have to like reset your game, this whole thing. So just doing what we have been and going back to the main menu and starting again has been like the easiest option. But
I personally think and hope that that's something that they fix on there. Like that's the next thing that they fix on there.
Yeah. Because like in Rebirth, you could just hit play again and you were like back in it like really quickly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All the updates and stuff like that. Is there anything else you guys wanted to mention?
I'm ready to catch more dubs. See y'all in the map. I'll probably kill you.
Yeah, I truly enjoy it, and I'm hoping that I can get that crossbow. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's episode. We hope that you enjoyed it.
All of the links to our socials will be down below. Also, really quick, wanted to mention that we do have Patreon now. There are 3 tiers available for that. So if you are interested, we have more content available for specific tiers on the Patreon that we release 2 times a month. That's not going to be seen really anywhere else. So if you are interested, that link will be down below as well.
We just want to take some time to thank Elio for our logo and to thank Dream for editing our podcast. And we do have other options on Spotify as well if you're interested.
All right. Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.